trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
Meaning credentials.
best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all
Crown.
crown. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all peak the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all peak the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a man.
Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 8, read. 59. Rock it, hit it.
There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Go now.
Following the
70,
pickup of 4,
Indy.
here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, foxtrot. 5.
2nd and 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe
And
they
he
even
will
let you
find
play.
his man on the outside. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Go. Hey. High 7. Go.
Looking to throw. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set up. 50. Plant.
Come on. What?
Topper. 2.
First down, a run with Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers 40.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, orbit.
50's the mic.
2nd and 2.
Yeah. You don't want none.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 60 yards.
59.
I'm coming.
Hey, exit.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. Turn up.
Lead grip.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
What you got?
That's going to go
What
as
you
a
got?
loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative
10
yardage.
Lobo.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
22 jet bomber.
Check 43. Kill.
Let's go.
They'll run on second down with Cohen.
Get there.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Check 59, Mike.
Go.
59, Mike to 59. Danny. Mike,
Yeah.
They'll look to
Let's
throw.
go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Over.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
18.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you, son.
Plant.
Hey, 58 is a Mike.
Jump out.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we deal with the field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
1st down, Packers.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Your trip is here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A 55-yard attempt.
And I don't don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Check three, check three, check three.
Ready.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
You're not ready.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Right here, right here.
Back. Whip. Watch the whip. Switch.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Here comes the boom.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind.
Charlie.
Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2nd and 9 now.
I'll get him.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
I'm going to run you over.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Here we go. Mike's 50. Let's
go. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. In for the score as the Bears push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal temper.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams.
Come on now.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
88.
The first carry now for the BYU man, it's Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the set.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals.
Hey,
all right? Number one goal is what? Make playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Let's go
From
now.
the 21, it's second and 10.
I got you. I got you.
Second and 10. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Hey, Delta.
Mike Simpson.
Go.
They'll drop to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Here's Thomas. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Alert. Watch 80. Watch 80. He likes to get those jump balls.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's got room. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, partner, that's another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Get 300. Okay, over here.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A give to Cohen. He heads right.
Check 31.
Spacing maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Here's Grant. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. Pilot, 64, weak.
It's a pickup of
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the ball.
Hey, wahoo!
59's Mike. Check. 59.
5.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Liz.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A game of 11 on the play. First down.
58.
58 to Mike. I'm scared.
On first down, Rodgers looking deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Let's keep it up, baby. Let's get this. Let's get this.
3rd and 11.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Go to 50.
58.
Zoom.
58, Mike. Let's go, baby. Return up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
At the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
No, Greystone, travel. Hey, zoom. Shoot.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Mike 50. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith, his 2nd sack of the night. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
White left. Check 4. Check 4.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
All day, every day.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
That's where you belong.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. They go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Cohen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards into Chicago 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They still playing soccer.
Ready?
Again, it's Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Let's put them on the buses.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Check, 9.
Bam.
Switch it.
Hey. High 7.
Big edge. Mike, check. 59.
Hit it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
All right.
Here we go. 6-6. Bullet 5.
They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Mike's 59.
They'll look to throw here.
Watch the pass.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Score, baby. That's it.
A 2-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Rodgers now to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Box it.
That's me. Check.
49, check 49.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey, you block over here.
Now it's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't. So they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
On the ready.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
60
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now
Cohen. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Ready.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They try again with Cohen. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, Sam on. Get it.
On 3rd down, Grant. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you feel that.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time is going to run off the clock.
On 3rd down, here's Williams.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go,
and he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Chicago, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.